Episode 4, Marijuana Minutes. What's happening?
It's Liddy.
Here,
Yeah.
cue the truth.
What's up?
It's Trap. Gang.
And y'all know Jackie Bear and
Yes, sir. And today we got us a guest host today. My boy Nuke out of Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida.
Duval.
What up, Nuke?
for the 904.
What's going on?
All right. Hey man, this is my boy Nuke. Hey Nuke, tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you from, you know what I'm saying, what you represent.
Tell them about the biscuits, boy.
Well, I live in Jacksonville by way of Montgomery, Alabama. Real chill. Sports, smoke weed.
That's right. Matter of fact, you got one. You got one rolled up over there right now, Nuke?
You know this, man.
Oh, goddamn right. Well, fire up, man. Y'all remember what we say, man. Roll up, listen up, and stay caught up, man. We got a nice one for y'all.
For sure.
So, first of all, I want to start off by asking everybody in the room, how was y'all week?
All right, man. Well, ladies first. Jackie Bear, how was your week? What's going on?
Well, Nuke first then. Shit, he a lady.
Oh, already out the top.
Oh,
Let
All
that
right.
time
But my week was straight. Nothing new. I mean, I did have my birthday. That was lit.
What? Come on. One more year wiser.
Yeah.
Getting saged. Dropped the sexy voice on us last week. I didn't even know you was angry, but whatever. Now it's like wine, right? It's aging. Come on, what's in that bottle?
Yep.
Hey man, a little Merlot, you know.
What?
Yep.
I'm a genie in a bottle.
Hey man, but Trap, how was your week last week, man?
Oh, bro, dog. The highlight of my week was going out to dinner. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse. I have one thing to say about that place, bro. How much meat would a meat if a meat, dog? It was so much meat. Nuke was there. He could tell you, dog. We had filet mignon. We had bacon wrap filet mignon. We had ribs. We had lambs. We had sausages. We had chicken, bro. It was just too much for a real nigga. It was $50 to get in there, but it was worth it. And like you flip the card and they just dropped meat off. Pause. And it was an experience. So if anybody else in the Duval area, I highly recommend y'all go and do that. They had a little cheesy bread. They had all kind of things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just if y'all in the area.
Girl myself, but I ain't get that invitation. I'm sorry, I must have missed it in the mail.
You a meat girl. We ain't know that.
Yeah,
what kind of meat you like? Go ahead, tell us. Keep it rated G. But tell us what kind of meat you like.
I did.
Rated E for everyone.
Puerto Rican, Cuban, Asian.
I like filet mignon. Thank you.
Filet mignon.
But listen, man, I had a great week myself. I'm glad
what you did. What was new this week for you, Q?
Nothing, man. I'm in the process of actually looking for another home.
You coming to Duval? Come on, bro.
Man, people
join us.
Honestly, bro, in a business sense, dog, I really want to, because
come on, do it.
Trying to conduct and do business and start this business and stuff, it would actually make more sense with my co-host them being there, and also just being able to work outside of Jacksonville, being that there's a lot of blind and visually impaired people that I talk to, and it makes easier for networking and stuff like that.
And we could make the podcast visual now. We could drop videos if all of us is there. So it does make sense.
It's definitely gonna be lit, but tune in
for YouTube.
We gonna do something big. This is just because of COVID. You know, COVID kind of slowed everything down with people, and then on top of that, it's just starting something new. So you gotta take it a day at a time as it go. But other than that, man, nothing really too crazy ecstatic for this week. I had to pay taxes.
It'd be like that. How y'all feel like just emotionally right now? Y'all just how you feel about some taxes? You feel like you've been robbed? Y'all excited about these stimulus?
I'm just saying, all I'm saying is I paid more than Trump did. That's all I'm saying.
Low blow.
That's the hurt.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But
And
you
I don't
finna
make
get 14 though, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I don't make a penny up to what he makes.
You're not
Like,
grateful for Moneyback Joe?
listen, Moneyback Joe.
That's what they calling them right there.
Hey, but a lot of them
Moneyback
spending that money bag. What y'all gonna let that stimulus just sit and
Oh,
drop?
boy, it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm out here. in these
Man, I'm getting furniture. Yup,
streets. What?
furniture.
Okay.
It's all
She's
going
stim-
towards furniture.
I'm
and
gonna
ain't
give it a
nothing wrong with that,
spin-off
because that's
song.
what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stimulate. Hey, Nuke, though, man, you the
How
guest
was,
host.
yeah,
How was
how
your
was your
fucking
week?
week?
Yeah.
My week was good as well. I had a birthday.
It's lit.
Hey.
Went out to eat. Gang.
Gang,
So
gang, gang.
everything's good in this world. Can't complain.
True
Yeah.
that,
You feel
man.
any
That's,
wiser? Is it how your joints doing, old man?
My back was morning, so
They hurting as bad as mine.
No.
We getting up there in age and stuff. I mean,
It sound like you.
I'm sorry, I'm only 25. Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, true. So like you guys need a massage therapist.
yeah. And if you do need one, going on over to Empathic Touch. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And let them put the
gang. Come
paws on you.
on.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Holler at my boy Trap. He'll set you right, get you right, put you back in line and everything. Man, do all kind of stretches. He got all kind of he rub downs, all kind of other shit he got over there, man. Y'all go check him out though. Empathic
For real.
Touch.
Right.
But
All
let's
right, so
get
what
to
we
it today,
starting with?
man.
Yeah.
I want to talk to y'all about the teacher in Texas. And I don't know if it was it Texas?
I
It
think
was Texas, right, Nuke?
I think it
No,
was
no.
Arkansas.
It was Arkansas?
That was an
Yeah.
Arkansas teacher. Either way it go, she made the
Yeah, I think
student
it was, right.
unclog the toilet, man, with their bare hands.
It was a
Like
little boy,
reaching
I
their
thought.
black boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little black boy. And I mean, a lot of people don't want to bring race into the issue here, but you know, say what you want, but that white lady made that little black boy go in there and pull his feces and toilet paper out of the toilet to unclog the toilet because she wanted to teach him a lesson.
You got a
Now,
son, Q. What would your reaction be if your son's teacher
you want the
made him
God
do that?
honest truth. Cue the truth
Go,
telling you right here,
yeah,
right?
please tell the truth.
I
Don't
went
pull
in
no
my closet.
punches.
I swear to God, I went in my closet and grabbed my gun. I forgot that I was watching the news. I thought I was listening to a voicemail. I did. Honestly, I thought I was listening to a temporary. I got crazy. I started to walk to the school, realized it's 2:00 in the morning. Where the fuck you going? That's a news. I'm watching, you know what I'm saying?
State. Yeah,
listen, come on, y'all. I know, y'all don't have children, you know what I'm saying? But y'all have nieces and nephews and brothers and stuff. So come on, can you imagine your brother, your nephew, your niece calling you and saying, Uncle, bro, the teacher made me pull my poop out the toilet today. He's 5. 5.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Violence
Listen,
is never the answer, except when it is. What were you saying, Nick?
I was saying I don't even know what kind of lesson she was trying to teach. Like, what are you
There
trying?
is no lesson for that. Toilets get clogged, point blank. So what's your lesson for making that poor child pull his own poop out of the toilet? There is no lesson. How do you justify that?
You're black and you do the dirty work.
No.
He's
That's
5,
what you're trying
bro.
to. Yeah, that's what she's trying to justify. What you think, Nuke?
I definitely think she should be fired. I think she put on the news. She should be publicly.
Oh, and let me. Why you say that? Because you said the news, and let me let y'all know something I forgot to tell you. 4 or 5 different outlets reported this news, but nobody had her name.
Yeah, there was the only person I heard say her name was Charlamagne when I heard the report.
Shout out
that point.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club. They did
Put her on
Actually,
blast.
it wasn't them. Actually, it wasn't the Breakfast Club because he credited somebody else
Yeah,
for
he
going
did.
putting
He
their
did.
name out on blast.
He
Actually,
did. He did.
but look, man, all I'm saying is y'all is that I got up, you know, and like I said, I really thought about, you know, how you handle that situation, and I just said to myself that, you know, I thought I weighed my options. I did, and I said the only option I got to do is go to prison because I'm gonna kill somebody. I
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
That's my only option. If I don't kill you, I'm coming into the school and I'm tearing every door down that I get to. I'm coming in that bitch like Rambo.
Because
And
at that point, I want your job. You know what I'm saying? Not,
I want
I
your
want
head.
your job, but you will never teach again.
I
That
mean,
boy
Ever.
went.
I can see Jackie's point because you don't want her doing that to nobody else kid. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like, yeah,
no.
exactly. So
You
if
don't
she's if
deserve
she
to be a
yeah,
teacher at this point. You know what I'm
if she
saying?
was if she would do something like that, ain't no telling where her limit is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
what else would she do?
right. Or if she
And
hasn't already done something, but the kid was just too afraid to say anything. You know what I'm saying?
you might,
That's
yeah,
where
we
my
might, yeah,
mind goes at.
we might have to question the other kids who've been in class with this shit. You know what I'm saying? She might have did something else to another kid,
Man,
maybe
Auntie, where you
to
at?
them.
Auntie, where you at? Auntie, where you at? Fuck that shit. Auntie, where you at? Let's go. I need you to put on that house coat. We need to go to this school. Go ahead. Auntie, where
Yo,
you at? Cause my auntie, shout out to my auntie, man. Shout out to my auntie, so my auntie, she coming with the machete in her pants with some knuckles and brass knuckles. My auntie coming to raise hell.
yeah,
And that's the way it should be. I don't shout out to the kid's mom who, you know, her name is
it's
Ashley
going.
or whatever.
She's going the legal route, right? She's not
Yeah,
taking it to the streets.
she went the legal route, but I mean, I honestly though, you got to think she probably found out about it at a time in which she was able to kind of talk to more people and calm down and stuff. So maybe that's why she wasn't as irate as I think she should have been, because it didn't
Mm-hmm.
seem like she was mad as I thought she should have been. But like I say, maybe she was, and she's just better at controlling her temper than I am. Because I know me, I'm telling you right now, nigga, I'm walking. If you don't put your shoes on fast enough to drive the car to get me, I'm gonna start walking to the school. I know
Yeah,
me. I
I
know
feel
me.
that.
But all y'all out there, man, if you listen, talk to your children, man. Find out what's going on in these schools, man, because stuff like that.
Yeah, that's important that you have a relationship with your kid, that they trust you enough to say something like that, because like Jackie made the point earlier, it's like it might have something else might have worse happened, but the kid was too afraid to have that conversation with their parent. And in this case, this kid, he was open with his mom and all that, but
Oh yeah, my kids
sometimes,
know.
yeah,
My kids know. My
it's
daughter right
important you
now.
have that.
My daughter right now. You lock my daughter lollipop out her hand. She gonna come home and tell me, and then I'ma know. Still
Okay,
a
so
pencil.
that's important.
I'ma know, cause that's where it starts. And you must know everything with your children, man, because you know adults. See, I learned this about adults with children. Adults will tell a child to be quiet because a child can't really speak up and try to defend themselves. And so that's our job as parents. We the ones that we going in the office. My daughter know, shut up, telling me to shut up ain't gonna go far. If I'm in a
Yeah.
meeting with somebody, they tell me to shut up, it ain't gonna go far.
See, the thing is though, there's a power dynamic. So if you teaching your kids that adults are this, that, and the third, they should be treated this way, and so they got this certain respect for them, so they might not feel the liberty to say anything to go against them, and that's what Jackie Bear was bringing up this point maybe 2 podcasts ago when we were talking about authority and like drinking and all that other stuff. We was talking about that on that podcast. But this and yeah, so in this aspect, it was like Q was like, I'm not gonna be my kid's friend, right? And then but I do want them to be able to confide in me and feel comfortable enough to do that. So that's the line that you have to tread, you know what I'm saying? So you have to make your kid comfortable enough to tell you, to confide in you if there's something going on that may be an uncomfortable topic to touch on. Like if a teacher is doing them, a certain type of way, or even if it's a family member who's doing something that's inappropriate with the kid, and they have to be comfortable to tell you that, but at the same time not view you as a friend that they can, drink, get high with, and like bang hookers with and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
the line.
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
mean,
whoa,
okay,
whoa,
the
whoa,
hooker
whoa.
thing.
Yeah, you went
Hey,
too far
Yeah,
with that.
damn.
You went way too far with that one.
This dude
Come back to
always, he
earth
can
now,
never stay
please.
in the window, bro. He always gotta jump out that bitch. We just cracked the
Come
window
back
for a
to
little bit of
earth
air.
now, please.
Doing
Oh,
that.
come on. Let's not act like we having all day hookers with our 16-year-old son.
No.
Nope.
I'm just kidding. Okay, just kidding. I don't have a 16-year-old son.
I
I'm
don't
just
have,
saying.
I don't foresee that ever happening in
Yeah,
my
and
Yeah,
if I
never
had,
in life.
if I had a 16-year-old, I wouldn't bang hookers with him
Never in
unless he
but
life.
wanted me
I
to.
just all right now. But yes, man. So y'all y'all, listen to your children, man, and find out what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
man.
really important.
So I want to talk to y'all because Jackie was real big on this. This the other day she would call me. As a matter of fact, Jackie called me while she was at work. I'm gonna tell you how late it was. It was her birthday, and I couldn't even get happy birthday out. And she was like, "Did you see the interview with the girl and
Meghan Markle
Oprah?"
and
Yeah.
Prince Harry.
Excuse me. You see how serious it was, and I hadn't seen it, y'all. Honestly, I think I ain't even.
Respect the princess.
But so I'm gonna let Jackie tell you
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
little
Take
bit
it
about
away.
that interview or whatever. Go ahead, Jack.
Tell us about Oprah's wig. I'm just
No,
kidding.
we're not
Don't do
going
that.
there.
We're not.
We're not going there because
We're not.
she can destroy us with a thought. But anyways, so
Thought
yeah,
from
so
under that
y'all
wig.
tell me y'all saw that interview because it was very, very interesting. So for those who don't really follow the royals, because I know a lot of people who don't choose the truth over there. So
Hey, my bad.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down a while ago from the line succession and duties in general. They were still a part of the family, but they stepped down. And now they have separated themselves from the royal family, all in the sake of Meghan. And Meghan was having some issues with mental health and just being trapped and restricted because this is a woman who came from America, being free, being, able to go out, do herself, do whatever she wanted to do at any time, to locked up somewhere where she could not do anything. And if she could go out somewhere, it was for scheduled events, and she had to act a certain way. So they essentially left because of that and because of how the family was supposedly starting to treat her.
Didn't they ask something about the baby skin tone or something like that?
Yeah, they didn't
Yes,
want.
so Megan told Oprah that the royal family went to Prince Harry because they were concerned if her first child skin tone was going to be dark. Now this is their first child. She's pregnant again, and it's a girl.
Now hold up, stop right there. Let me ask y'all on here. Do y'all think that truly happened and that was a concern? Because I think it was.
Most definitely. That's a
I
family
definitely think it was.
And I'm gonna say yes too. Yeah, colorism is a real thing. There's a whole caste system in India about it.
British people, they class is a big thing for them, so I can definitely happen.
I mean, I'm hesitant to drop generalizations about the British because I don't know too much about them, but the royal family,
I don't really know either, but
I can let that fly. And I feel like, yes, they don't want the bloodline tainted, but they've already been Black people in their bloodline. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
So they was talking about that.
But I mean, how were those people treated?
I don't know. I don't think we were alive for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would treat
You
that
have to
necessarily.
I'm saying,
remember
wouldn't that be? Excuse
the
me.
royal bloodline goes deep. So they've been around for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that whole thing, which I guess whatever. I mean, but my thing is there is no other reports of any other like black people saying anything about how they was treated while in being a part of that family.
Because with the royals, nothing bad is ever said about them. So Prince Harry and
So
Meghan
isn't that a
doing this
problem
is a
right there in
scandal.
itself?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean they have secrecy, but I think what is, I guess, the most interesting part is of their relationship is so public, and she's talking about the mental health aspect of your baby not being wanted. He has a birthright to a crown, maybe, or to a royal bloodline. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, he's not getting at this because of his mixed heritage.
And not
So
only that, I mean, and to just clear it up, it was her mental health, not his. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not only that, so they said that he was not, again, this is our first child. I think he's like 2 or 3 or right now. On top of that, he is not getting a title, and which led to apparently him not being able to get security. And
Yeah, I
that
heard mixed
kind of,
report. Yeah, I heard mixed
yeah,
reports
that
on that.
kind of
So which
baffled
one is
Meghan
happening?
because she's like, well, he needs security, and they were saying, well, he's not in the line of succession, so he does not get security. He does not have a title, so he will
But
not get security.
does she have security and stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
And like the husband has security. So
Of
like
course.
can they take the baby back over there and back into like wherever they're at around them, or like are they allowed to come around and stuff?
I'm not sure. I think they cut all ties.
Buckingham Palace. That's what I want to say.
Yeah,
Can they
I
go back
think
to
they
Buckingham
cut
Palace?
all ties. I'm not sure. I think they cut
Well, I
all
heard
ties.
that I heard that the grandmother was like kind of denouncing the
Yes.
grandson, and then Prince Harry, which is Meghan Markle's husband, he was still right with his grandma, even though she was like, your son is not part of the gang. He's not gang. And he was just like, you know,
He's just gang.
she's yeah, I mean he's not that either though. But he was like, my grandmother is the commander of tree. I'll just bow to her edicts, whatever she's saying.
Swear he just said commander in tree.
Commander in chief.
He probably
My
did.
bad. I might have did that. You're the commander in tree. You'll be marijuana minutes. There you go.
Smoke rolling up me one right now. Finna fire, put some heat to it and get right. You hear me? Second one on the cast. Want to take a moment to send a shout out to all of the people across the pond again. UK. Send a shout out to them.
Hello, Mike.
Let me say this though.
Lass.
Let me say this though, Trap.
Yeah.
The whole royal family, like I don't really get it. Like I was telling Jackie the other day, I was like, I don't get why we pay so super attention to them. So like so much attention to them, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand what makes it so interesting. Like
because the royals are our form of government, basically, but over there. Don't get it twisted because all these other countries, they pay close attention to our politics as well. So I feel like it's only right.
How the hell, like, how do you date a royal person? Like, I don't know how that shit started.
Well,
like, what do you meet them at?
They actually covered that, and Meghan said it was different. Because outside, I mean, you know, when it was just her and Harry, it was totally different. She didn't know anything about the royals, anything about the royal life.
Yeah, that's cat.
I don't know, man. I can believe that. I can believe that. Hell yeah.
Hold on. So you think they met each other and he didn't have security or people around him?
No.
You think you're gonna accidentally date Kim Kardashian?
Hold on, wait.
The fuck out. What?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not how she meant it. What she meant was, of course, when she met him, he told her exactly who he was, but she did not know anything about the royal family. Like, you know
My
how I
Prince
keep up with
darling.
the royals? She did not keep up with the royals. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't know anything about that. Like she mentioned during the interview that when they went to go see his grandmother and she got to meet his grandmother for the first time, he was asking her, "Well, do you know how to curtsy?" And they were about 5 minutes away from, where they were going to meet the grandmother. And she said, "Curtsy?" And he said, "Yeah, you have to curtsy to my grandmother." And she said, "But she's your grandmother." And he said, "But she's the queen," which is totally two different things.
So yeah, those are two different things, Jackie Bear. But I feel like she's capping because how you gonna not know you dating a prince? This nigga, you met him at a party. The other guy got mad at him. I'm mad at her for ditching him about it. He walked off the show. He quit the show. Y'all heard about this? Pierce, somebody?
Oh,
I forgot.
Pierce.
Oh yeah,
Pierce.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
wait. No, I never said that she did. She didn't know she was dating a prince. Of course she did, but she knew nothing about the royal family. Just how Q
Oh,
knows
like
nothing
the
about the
protocol.
royal family, she knew nothing about the royal family
Mm-hmm.
before she started dating him.
So
Like how
you
they
mean
operate.
like their racism and like
Right? She
No,
didn't
elitism
know
and like.
anything
they
about
didn't know
that.
nothing. When she say
No,
nothing, she
nothing.
didn't know how to address them,
All right,
how
that's cool.
to
You got
act.
dinner
Yeah.
at 5-8 p.m. every evening. You got to dress like
Right.
this. You got to wear these
You guys
clothes.
are
Like,
right. You guys are right.
Hey,
So she
quick
she
side
didn't know
note.
any.
Quick side note. Quick
What's up?
side note.
What's
Marijuana
up?
minute.
What's up?
Quick side note.
What's
Why
up?
the hell do people get dressed to go to eat? Like, why do you get dressed up fancy to eat?
it's more of
Anybody,
appearance.
anybody else see something kind of crazy with that dude? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
I
No,
put on.
because we're going out in front of other people. It's more of like a show. It's more about society.
So
It's not
it's an
even about
appearance
yeah.
thing. Like you
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we're not really. All right. All right. So back to this. So Morgan Pierce, he quit, and this guy, he was a scorned lover. If anybody does the research, you'll see clips of him saying that he went out with Meghan Markle, and then the same night she met Prince Harry, and they was having drinks. He thought it was having a good time. Yada yada yada. And then so this guy, anything he says is going to be skewed. It has a bias tint to it. And that's just a fact. But her not knowing that he's a prince, her not knowing that Prince Harry has a grandmother who's a queen, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe her. And the ramifications of it, she might not have known that, Jackie, like you were saying. So that might be a thing, but she's just being oblivious. And
Yeah, but
that
my
But
thing is, go ahead, Nuke.
would that deter you from talking to her or to Royal if just because you find out that they're royal, or would you not care about?
everybody answer that question. Go ahead, Q. What would you do? If you knew grandmother was the queen, what would you do? You go in there and curtsy with your tall ass?
It would be a bow, not a curtsy.
Yeah,
Men
It would
curtsy,
be
men
about
bow.
Men bow, women curtsy. Personally, it wouldn't deter me. It just I think I would have to do my homework and my research to know what I'm gonna be doing. If you've already given she's gonna already have given me the heads up, right? You know what I'm saying?
the
So
car ride over. That's
mm,
what Jackie said.
No,
wait, hold on,
she
wait,
knew
hold on, wait.
his grandmother was the queen, but she
How
knew
long would
nothing about their lives. She's
okay? So
No,
my
American, y'all.
she didn't.
American.
The protocol is what you're talking about. Not so she didn't know nothing about the protocol when it comes to introductions and
Right.
like yeah,
Nothing about that.
exactly the
Nothing about
quorum
his
and
family
exactly
outside of
yeah
what he told
how
her.
you're
Yes.
supposed yeah okay. So
Yes.
that's
Nothing
we all
like that.
understand that. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Great.
All right, well, like I say, I want to say this, and we can just to kill to put a stamp on this. I just think that she should have did some more research, maybe, and we didn't really talk about it too much, and I don't really get too
Wait a
tough.
second.
But
how long did
Nobody
they
else.
date?
Yeah. Nobody else answered though. So how would Jackie and Nuke feel like when
oh,
if you guys were dating somebody who was in the royal family and they
No.
sprung that on you? How would you feel, Jackie?
No.
No.
First and foremost, if I find somebody and he tells me that he is royal, I would want any parts of that. because I would
Really?
be in the same situation that Meghan Markle is in. Maybe not the race point, but the restrictions. I don't want it.
But what if you already fell in love with them? You can't just say that. Like, what if you love this person? You gotta fight. You know?
I mean, maybe, but then I would feel like it. I would feel, upset that he did not tell me from not, maybe not from the beginning, but not too far into our relationship or our friendship that he was a royal. He
But here's
kept
my
that
thing.
from me.
How long were
I
they
feel
dating
like she
before
knew.
how long were they dating before he took her home to meet the
Yeah,
family?
that's
I
what I
don't
was
know.
wanting to
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
what
don't
Nick was saying.
remember.
All right,
I
but
mean, I wouldn't mind being a royal or like dating a
no,
royal,
but
you know.
if you met a chick, Nuke, and she happened to be, a princess or whatever, and she
Mhm.
took it, you had to bow. How would you feel if she just told you on the ride over, like, yo, by the way, I'm a princess, and
Okay, hit the
and
blessing.
you gonna have
I was like, yo,
By the
I'm gonna
way,
do it. I'm gonna do it,
You
but
gotta
once
bow
somebody
when you walk in this motherfucker.
once I'm in the family, are they gonna bow to me? You know what I mean?
oh,
You know what I mean? It could be a thing.
All
I
right.
mean,
Are we Chinese now? Is
Uh,
bound to each other?
Japanese. I was just about to say.
Is it Japanese? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Japan that does that.
Look at you
oh
making
yeah,
me
with
like coach
with the komodos, yeah.
Okay, so Trap,
kimonos.
you say you would or
Oh,
wouldn't?
sorry.
I said I what?
You would or wouldn't?
Oh yeah, I'm about it. I'm about new experiences, even if I offend, because I'm uncouth. But I would still be along for the ride.
I mean,
as long as I can go.
And
If I
all
love,
the
if I
restrictions that they have.
what
you
kind of
can't go to the
restriction?
beach.
They don't want
You
my
can't go to the
black
beach.
baby
You
Hold on, you
boy.
can't.
can't go to the beach.
You couldn't just get up and walk out and go to the beach like you
Right.
do what you're
And
doing
that
now.
was
You
her
couldn't just
whole
do that.
issue. She couldn't do nothing. She couldn't get out and do nothing. She had to stay in because they're all about appearances and how things look.
It's kind of
Oh
like being
yeah,
famous.
that's why they killed Princess Diana. Let's not talk
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah.
This I
All right,
always brain the podcast into some crazy area. We got
it's time-
conspiracy. Yeah, all right. So anyway, I wouldn't be about it. Yeah, if it's gonna stop me from going to the beach and doing what I want to do, or like driving in traffic, I'm gonna be real
That's
careful
what
if I'm
I'm trying
driving
to
in
tell you.
traffic.
But that's not what I'm trying to tell
Just-
you. But that's what Jackie's saying.
Yeah.
Trap. That's what Jackie's saying. She's saying
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she didn't know that, and by
Mhm.
putting her there, she had to deal with that.
See
And
another
like I said,
ramifications.
me personally, I mean, would I date somebody like that back? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think so. Cause I smoke. You know what I'm saying? I like to go where I
They
want to
probably
go,
do
do what I
too.
want to do. Yeah,
If
but
you think the Royals ain't got access to the best drugs,
Man, they
on the
doing
planet,
coke,
you
they doing weed, they doing whatever they want to do.
what bothers you
yeah,
guys?
but
Like, think about this. They're all right. Allegedly,
I,
they're inbred. Would you really get into a family like that?
I mean, that was more back in the day. So there's there's genetic issues that come along with inbreeding. You know what I mean?
I
Like
know.
big head, like
Mhm.
dwarfism, like hunchback.
Anybody?
that
Yeah.
you can't mix your family DNA, but it happens. Hell, it happens here, motherfucker. Like motherfuckers in
I think Nuke can speak to
motherfuckers.
that. Where you from again, Nuke? Alabama?
Cousins with
yeah,
cousins.
y'all heard of
Siblings
Alabama
with
milkshake?
siblings.
Alabama milkshake. No, explain to the people what it is. Now we have to change our whole rating for this one content.
Google it. It's all
All right. Children, don't Google it.
But
Adults, feel
anyway,
free.
man. So like I say, hey man, do your research if you gonna be in some a situation like that, especially if you should have known about if you dating this person a long time or enough time, you should have known about them to do a little research. Google is a hell of a thing. Just do it. It ain't gonna hurt you. You'll learn something.
Even regular
But
people, yeah. Do it.
so Trap, you mentioned that something about 50 Cent the other day.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the next topic is 50 Cent. He went in on Young Jeezy and not went in on, look how I'm already. All right, so the situation, yeah, the situation was 50 Cent said that Young Jeezy's battle with Gucci Mane was a desperation move for publicity and to sell records. All right. And so the thing was, when he did this, everybody knows. If you guys don't know, the listeners, um, Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane has a feud going on for about 20 years, closer to 15, 18 in that range. And so back in the day, they were friends. Then there was a feud over something. We're not quite clear what, but in any case, um, Young
Who the
Jeezy
hell ain't
put.
clear? I am.
Go ahead, tell the people then.
Oh, the feud.
Yeah, why
Oh,
it started over? Because I know that Young Jeezy put $10,000 on Gucci Man's head for his chain or
okay,
whatever.
okay. I
But
thought that's what
before
you was
that,
talking.
no, I'm
I
talking about
thought.
before that. Like we don't really know why the split happened because they did the song "Icy" together and they performed it
Well, I
on
did hear a
verses.
alleged story. Oh, I do remember. I remember now. I
All
hear
right,
a
go
alleged
ahead.
story. I hear the alleged story that Gucci Man was mad at Jeezy because when they did So Icy, he wanted to go on tour and promote that song or whatever, and Jeezy got sick. And this is in I saw a documentary actually on this and shit. I remember now. Jeezy was talking about it, and
Was
and
that when
Jeezy
his
was
throat had messed up?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I do remember that happening, but I didn't know that was the same
and
time.
and so they kind of fell out about it because Gucci felt like he wasn't doing business with him, wasn't fucking with him or whatever, but he couldn't. But that's
Mm-hmm.
just what I saw on the documentary. Now there's another side to that, I'm sure.
That could be biased, and who we don't know who put that documentary out. But in any case,
It
last
was Jeezy
year,
voice though. It was Jeezy voice though. It was
okay,
Jeezy voice. I mean,
yeah.
it's only one
So
snowman.
probably his camp.
He said, "Young, why your voice sounds so hoarse? I just sound like
Yeah.
money, baby. I should have been a Porsche." That
Okay,
nigga, yeah.
that's right. You
Okay.
know.
I sound like
Wait,
Juice
that's just
Man.
yeah, that's you. Who did that?
Me.
You just said, hey,
Wrong person.
take another toke. I'm gonna
Take it
get you
down
right.
there.
Yeah.
Hey
Get
man,
your
so but what was he
all right,
what was
so last week this is what the beef was about. So they did a versus. It was really controversial. Gucci Man started off like saying, with beef records and all that, and he said, "We're smoking on that Pookie load, Pookie pack or whatever it is that people say." It's really disrespectful of dead people, of people that they
yeah.
love. Yeah, they say that with the ops in the hip hop community. For the people who don't know anything about this, so they'll say, "We're smoking on this pack if your friend died," and that's just a sign of disrespect. And it's too far, in my opinion. But people doing that nowadays. So that's what happened on the versus battle. And 50 Cent last week said the only reason that Young Jeezy agreed to do this with Gucci Man, the only reason that Young Jeezy agreed to do this is because he was desperate to sell records for the album he was promoting the next day. And
Exactly.
the album did come out next day, and the views were like in the millions of views for the battle on Versus. But
9.1 or 9.2 or something like that.
right, I
Well,
saw the same video you did. But they said that the his album sales didn't match that because Young Jeezy has been on a steady decline as far as album sales. I'm not gonna say quality. Like some of his records have been hit and miss, but for
Hey, that
my
pressure was
taste,
fire. I like that. Nobody really talked about
well,
pressure when he
I
came out.
mean,
Pressure back in the day, couple years ago.
this a new
well,
generation of people.
this was a recession too. But his old fans, we've grown, we've gotten older. I listened to the album once, and there were songs that was worth listening to more than once. It was full of good songs actually. I enjoyed the album. I just didn't play it more than that. Did anybody else listen to the album?
I
Hmm
think I listened to you with you once in a garage, but I don't know if I.
I mean, I
Mm,
listened to it too, but
Almighty Black Dollar. I'm gonna tell the listeners, go listen to that. That's a really good song. It came on right after the battle, and it was with Young Jeezy and Rick Ross. It was talking about
Shouldn't have said
black
that.
empowerment. and putting money into black businesses and stuff like that. So it's a really good song. I agree with the message wholeheartedly. I love it. I would have added it to my playlist. I didn't, but I would, and I am gonna probably
Well,
after this. All right, come on, bro. We don't need that energy, bro. I'm the reason why he didn't go gold. All right, Nuke, you're right. Why did you scream it there, Nuke? Go ahead, you tell the people. How many times did you listen to the album? Then? Go ahead, Nuke.
I
Tell
think
us.
50. I think 50's right though, because I mean, that's what you use it for anyway. Publicity. What's the point of doing a versus battle if you don't want your music to get
Hey,
played or
yo,
streamed?
when the last
Is
time
it-
50
Streamed
had
by
a hit?
others.
Fuck that shit.
But is it desperation? Oh, the last time 50 had a hit was "Bitch on the Man." Who on the man, bro? You know on the man.
Anybody else know that?
50 Cent is a mogul.
Hey, stop. Anybody else know that?
Nuke.
I
Do
know
you
it.
know that?
I do know that song.
Hey, for my recent listeners, for all my past listeners and the ones who hold me down, it's kind of like that dog thing, ain't it?
All right, so no. For the recent listeners, for everybody listening right now, I'm gonna tell you 50 Cent's last hit, "Power." I'm gonna tell you his next hit, "Spinoffs." 6 of them from
I
that.
know, but listen,
Like,
musically,
that's his hits.
musically, 50 has been fell off, and I
That's
mean,
fine.
and
That's
as a
fine.
business person,
And
can
Jeezy
50
has
not see
too.
can 50 not see the shit that he do for the boost the sales on stuff and how he promote his stuff? Y'all know 50 starts. It's about time for 50 to start tripping on Twitter again and Instagram on somebody to start promoting and stuff and doing what he do. Like 50 is predictable. He almost becoming to be more predictable as the Kardashian. Keep on.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
who marketing geniuses? Both of these people you just mentioned, the Kardashians.
Oh no,
50
listen,
Cent.
it's smart, but why? But was that? I mean, Jeezy album just wasn't what
Yes, it
Jeezy used to
was.
be.
Stop.
But
Stop.
as a
Yes,
marketing
it
move,
was. No. I'm not gonna let you say
if
that.
it was,
It
if it was, then you would have streamed it more than fucking once.
It's not about
Okay?
that. I'm my old
Yes,
nigga
it
set in my
Period.
own ways.
Yes, it is. Yes, the fucking
Yes.
is.
That's not my
Yes.
genre.
Come
That's
on,
not
Trap.
no.
You know
That's
this.
not my genre anymore, bro.
If you
Get
if
the
you
fuck out of here!
if
I'll be
there
on
was
the
a
phone with
song
you
on
all
there
the
that
time.
you liked that much, you would have played it more than once. You would have streamed it. You would have been
Dude,
like, this is
Fact.
the album. I gotta
it's
listen to it.
Fact.
worth playing more than once. Listen,
How many
I
times did you listen to that Nas
You
album?
said, hold on, stop. You said it's worth playing more than once, but did you play it more than once?
listen to jazz, nigga. I'm a saxophone player. Stop
Oh
it. Stop
God,
it, bro.
dude,
Now
Yo,
he's,
I
now
don't
he's a
listen to
saxophone player. Now
I
he's
don't
But
listen
that's
to
your
rap like
excuse,
that.
though, huh?
That's a
That's
fact,
your
dude.
excuse.
Dog, hey, no. Let's be real. Jack Harlow, the white rapper. You guys heard his album? This shit
No.
fire. You ain't hear that? No,
I
yes, you
didn't.
did. I listened to it with you, nigga, on the beat. Stop it. Yo, Jack Harlow dropped the album. Freaking, it might be a classic. I'm serious. This album is so for real. It really might be a classic, dude. It's so good. Everybody listen to this. We'll talk about it at a later date.
We're
But
not talking about that person. Fuck all that shit you talking.
I'm just
If
saying, bro.
that,
It's
that
good.
album that Jeezy dropped,
The
no
Recession
disrespect
2,
to Jeezy.
respect it.
No
Respect it.
disrespect to Jeezy, but it wasn't Jeezy, bro. It
Did you
wasn't.
listen
It was
to it?
good. Yes,
Jeezy.
it was good, but I did not scream it more than once. That's the
Okay.
fact, though.
Now I feel
You
like
didn't
yours is-
either.
bro.
You didn't either.
Because
Okay,
that
Travis.
ain't what it's
Even
about.
though you're okay, but is it? How many songs on when you have your music on in your house and you just have it on shuffle or whatever and playing music, and I be listening to some hip hop be coming through the speakers?
Mm-hmm.
How many times do one of their songs off that album come on?
Be
Bro.
honest. 0.
Mhm.
It's on no playlist.
Yes.
It's on...
Nigga gonna say can't do it. Nigga ain't even gonna try.
Ah,
That is a
right.
bar. That's what
Hey,
Young Jesus
yeah.
said on that last album.
No, that nigga said nigga go to Popeyes. Nigga order all wings.
Popeye go to all wings. Nigga gonna give
He
you
gonna
a
give
thought.
you what?
Come on, who
Hey.
can't agree with that? Let's be for real. Who's
It
not
was a barber,
related with that? Who's
but you
never
just
dealt with
sung it.
niggas?
That's right,
I'm
but
just.
you sung it. You
I
sung that
know
part. That
I know this word for word. I heard the song one time. Like
okay.
that's
But you
that's how much it
listen, okay,
resonates.
that's fine, Travis. But you sung it, and singing don't get him don't get him no checks. You gotta play it.
I'm just saying, and I would play it if I played hip hop like that. Listen, if I was in a mindset, bro, I
You
would.
are a liar. Listen, this is
Look,
Q the Truth talking. This is Q the
I'm
Truth
gonna
talking.
add this
Hold on.
whole album to my hip hop playlist right now. When I work out, I'm gonna add this whole album to
Yes,
my playlist.
now you are because we on your
after the
ass.
fact. After the fact.
After
You
the
didn't do
fact,
this.
yes.
You didn't
No,
do
no.
this 4-5 months ago.
I was say no. I'm gonna say this. I heard one song that he has on there with Yo Gotti the other week. I was like, this song jamming, and I was like, what the fuck? And then it was off that album, and I was just like, oh, I only heard it once before, but I should have did it. But dude, I got stuff to do. I'm a busy man. I can't consume it
Yeah,
like that. I'm not
it's
a.
okay.
I'm not a.
But he has enough time to listen to jazz
But
and every other hip hop artist on his phone.
And listen, I'm a vibe kind of guy, dude. I'm not in that vibe no more. I'm
So
not in the drug.
I guess you never
But-
get into the Young Jeezy vibe. So it's not. It just wasn't Jeezy, bro.
So
I think a portion of it is Jeezy.
Go ahead,
Jeezy. I think a portion of it is Jeezy is into different things now. He went so long without putting out an album, people stopped looking for Jeezy. Nobody's interested in his music no more.
I am interested in his music. You
Yeah.
said you like his music.
In a
Hold on.
This phone said that they liked his music.
Yes, I like old Jeezy. Like nobody's checking for Jeezy no more. It's not happening.
Yeah. Listen. Okay, Jackie. When the last time you listened to Young Jeezy?
It's a very, very long time.
Hey,
Can't even tell you.
okay.
The last
right.
album I remember from him was 103 before this one.
Ooh, no, Pressure. Pressure was out, bro. Pressure was fire now. Pressure was hard. I like Pressure.
Is that the one with I got the whole house smelling like smoke? Is that?
It got the song with him, Trey Songz. It got
See there?
oh man, it's just a while since the album came out, but I play it all the time. That I play. That is actually on my playlist.
All
but
right,
the
so
fact
all
of
I
the
gotta
matter
say
is, listen.
Don't disrespect Young Jeezy. Everything y'all saying is ridiculous, and everybody go scream.
I'm not saying he's a bad rapper. I'm
'cause
just
fire.
saying he's old.
I'm
All
just
I'm
saying that
saying
I'm just
is-
saying that album is fire.
All I'm saying is, if it's fire, it should have been in Travis's playlist. Travis can
Right.
say, Trap can say all he want. Trap say that
I
he
got
don't.
complete
Hold
garbage
on,
in my playlist.
hold on. Q the Truth got to get. Hold on. Q the Truth talking. Trap listen to his music on shuffle in the house. I call Trap. What you doing? Nothing. He got something back there talking about stab you in the ear, and the earlobe, and the lip. You know what I mean? But it ain't Jeezy. That's all I'm saying.
Kill
All
a
I'm
nigga, rob a
saying
nigga, stab a nigga, bust up.
is Jeezy ain't in your playlist. That album may not be in your playlist. Jeezy may be in the deck.
Look, at the
Jeezy
beginning,
definitely gets in the deck. Don't get it twisted.
Let me tell you the truth. At the beginning of my playlist, on my Run for Your Life playlist, Young G is the intro. Yes, it's old Jeezy, but still, the intro.
All right.
Fact. It's old Jeezy.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, but
Fact.
new Jeezy
And
is
like
the
I
same.
said, Jeezy still get put in the deck, but it's not. It ain't really too much. Is that I bumped that Pressure. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all go check that Pressure out. Trap, you gotta go check that out. You ain't even heard it, have you?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if I heard it. I probably have. I heard every Young Jeezy album, so I don't know what you're
You
saying.
ever heard? It got a song called Spider on it.
Yes.
But do you think that people don't listen to Jeezy because he's old, ancient, as some would call him, because he's like, it's a newer generation. He's a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, what y'all think? Y'all think dinosaurs exist?
They definitely did not exist. But
Well, you
I'm
don't
gonna
think
tell
so?
you, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Tell me why.
All right. Well, just like everybody else, I grew up, loving dinosaurs, Land Before Time, Jurassic Park.
He
all
had
that
even had a stuffed
dinosaur
bear he wouldn't go to
toys.
sleep with.
know it.
Oh,
But but
Nookie is a dinosaur. That's what they say.
Barney.
ABC is a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, friend.
Yeah,
And they
but I
had a
went to.
dinosaur duck for bath time, didn't you?
No,
Oh
I
my
ain't have all
God.
that. I ain't have all that. I ain't have all that.
Yeah.
No, I did have
Yo.
one. You squeeze it, then like. That bit was cool. Yeah, but
So when you found out the truth, it ruined your childhood. You felt like your whole life was a lie. Your mother lied
Yo,
to you. Your father lied to you. And
I
the
would
school
take,
system lied to
hey,
you.
hey, you know, Nuke, I wouldn't tell you not to tell nobody else, but too bad we on the podcast.
Yeah.
I told everybody.
It's
Hey, but
cool.
listen, so,
why
but
you
hold on.
don't believe that dinosaurs are
But
real
why? Yeah, but
or were
what's your
real?
reason on that?
All right,
Mhm.
so I end up going to an evolutionary psychology class with a friend.
You're welcome.
And
I was
so
there.
I went in that class, and the teacher was talking about how the guy who discovered dinosaurs years and years before, 20 years before they ever found a dinosaur bone, found any evidence of a dinosaur, he had drawn pictures of dinosaurs. And so then years and years later, decades later, he find these dinosaur bones, and they've still never have found the complete skeleton of a dinosaur. They've never had a complete one. Even though I went to the museum and seen a 20-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex, which was obviously fake, because Tyrannosaurus Rex are actually 5 feet tall with feathers, and they were slow vegetarians. So they weren't even man
So wait,
eaters. So all
but
the
how
stuff
can
you
you
learn
say
about.
how can you say that, but then you say you don't believe that dinosaurs exist though?
No, no,
If
no,
you
no, no, no,
saying
no.
how they look,
Yes, this is what they, this is what the research I've done, but this is the all of the different lies and stuff they tell you, the different things that don't make sense. So you telling me this, but then in actuality, this is what they really are. So
All right,
this
so
isn't.
let's be completely transparent. I was the friend that he went to class with, and I was there when all this went down. But Newt was definitely doing way more research before he ever came to that class, and he was already firmly set on his belief before he set foot in that lecture.
No,
that day.
before I went to that class, I believed in dinosaurs.
No, you did not, bro.
Yes, I did.
That's the reason why I told you to come.
I was 50-50 on dinosaurs, but that right there kind of
you were arguing it like you was 100, like they wasn't. You was really passionate about it.
so you don't think they exist?
I don't think they ever existed. I think that is a thing they tell us.
But how can you just tell us that they don't? What
about
right?
Susie?
Okay, when you were in elementary school, what did you learn about dinosaurs? What did they teach you about them? What did you take a test on dinosaurs? You never did that. They never taught you anything about them besides what you saw in cartoons.
I never took
Yeah, but listen,
test.
I just watched a
took
documentary.
test.
Hold on, because the government holds things, and I mean, I just watched a documentary that was crazy about a dinosaur, Susan. Remember when?
Yeah. I just brought up Susan, but he's saying that we're just going to talk about this point in general. He said you never took a test on dinosaurs. I never took a test on taxes. They're real as real can be. I have to pay them all the time.
Oh, okay.
Never took a test on it. Never was taught about it.
Yeah, like they don't.
So
they
what?
don't.
And that doesn't mean it doesn't exist just because it wasn't in your curriculum.
So what do you get off, like when let's go back to that museum. Go to the museum and there's a 20-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex when it's not even what they really look like. So why would you even present that to me as an example or as real? This is a museum of science and history. What are you guys doing? You're supposed to be educating me, not tricking me and manipulating my mind.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be educating and telling the truth and all that. Yes, but as a child, there's different levels of things that you're ready for and what you're not ready for. And for what I'm not saying that this is specifically applicable to this case or this scenario, but they would the documentary that we saw, it was a legitimate dinosaur skull that they found in Dinosaur 13, and it was in where was it? South Dakota? Yeah.
South Dakota, yeah.
Yeah, South Dakota. They found a legitimate And they found vertebrae and a lot of bones too.
Did they find the
They
rest of
found
it?
they found the hip. I think it was the hip that was connected to the
Hmm.
head. They had to get off the head, the femur or something like that, maybe, or something
Yeah,
femur bone.
I think so. But
But you find all these different skeletons around the world, but you've never found a complete one nowhere ever.
Because come on now, over time, even down to humans, we disintegrate
yeah, they
and
can.
we I don't think
The bones do become fossilized at times, and because of situations. But you also got to think of like structure changing with when it being weather, whether it be a rain, whether it be the
So
earthquakes,
so
sinkholes, different
so
things change what happens under earth. So
so do
that
you think that
shifts. Go ahead.
do you think he was just a seer when he drew the picture of dinosaurs 20 years before he found the bone or found any evidence of them?
There's pictures of helicopters thousands of years
Do you
before
think
heli.
that do you think he just was
It's
before his
not just
time?
it's just not one person who did this. It's like there's been plenty of people who've
I'm asking about this guy, the
Yo,
same
I
person who
think.
drew the picture found the bones.
I don't know about this guy, and I don't know
I
if
don't know.
that's
I don't know
completely
what you're
true.
talking about. I don't even know
Yeah, I
where
don't know.
where is that
Yeah, I don't
from?
know if that's completely. Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
This is what I learned in evolutionary psychology. That
I was in
first
the,
class.
I was in the same lecture as you, and he never said that.
Yes, he did. His name. He started with the. I forgive me. I didn't. I don't have the guy's name, but he's the father of dinosaurs. He's the person who found dinosaurs. He drew pictures of
It's like
dinosaurs.
Tom something, right?
I'm not sure of his name. I thought it started with the F, but I'm not sure his name. But
Mm.
he drew pictures of dinosaurs in way before
Listen,
he found them.
are,
So I
are we
just
that absent-minded to think that something didn't exist like that before?
I'm not saying crocodiles, sharks are all from that same generation, that same time period. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
the animals.
These
I'm not
reptiles are
saying that.
some of
I'm
the
not saying that.
oldest and biggest animals
Well,
that are existent.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that some form of different reptile that doesn't exist now didn't exist then. What I'm saying is with the imagery of dinosaurs that they show you on Jurassic Park, on TV, at museums, that did not exist. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, but at TV and
Okay, if
Jurassic
that
Park,
yeah,
no,
if
no,
that's if,
entertainment is different.
thank you.
Entertainment is different. What they're gonna use to draw you to it to make sales and to entertainment. Jurassic Park is literally all that it was entertainment. Where the fuck can you go at, Nuke, that you can see Jurassic Park like behavior within dinosaurs? Where?
There's
Nowhere.
nowhere. There's
Exactly.
nowhere
So
because
my point is, it was entertainment. Jurassic Park was entertainment, but dinosaurs, I do truly believe it did exist. I think there's
So
some kind of cover up
all
no,
right, so
behind
I
this
then
stuff.
no. Hold on, Q. All of we've all seen documentaries. We've all seen National Geographic about dinosaurs, and never and ever did they tell you about a T Rex in its true nature. And there's a lot of other dinosaurs that they don't tell you about that they make look way more
we don't
menacing.
know about it.
Yeah,
We
they don't.
don't
We don't.
know about it.
Okay. We don't know about it, but don't display them that way. Just say that. Don't show me a 20-foot dinosaur and tell me realistically there's 5 feet. Don't show me a velociraptor that's
Okay,
picking
so
up
I have a question, but look, what if something was that big, like a house? Let's say a house, right? A sinkhole opens up under that house, drops the house down, boom, house gets swallowed, right? Then they throw dirt on top of that house, right? Then for years and years and years and years, and then another sinkhole opens, drops that down, boom. Then they come and fill in with more dirt, years and years, and then things happen under the earth that's completely shifting the earth and breaking
I
stuff
think
apart under the
yeah,
earth.
the plates are shifting. There's earthquakes.
You think that house is going to be found whole when they finally get to dig it up? I don't think so.
No.
Merely
maybe
strictly from pressure from the ground above is gonna make that house start collapsing and breaking apart, and then it's gonna start corroding through to as it gets deeper and stuff like that. So you gotta dig it up, and it ain't gonna be found the same. It ain't gonna be
Think,
whole.
think about millions and millions of years with it too. And if you're gonna use Hollywood as an example with like, oh,
I'm not.
this
That's not just. It's not just Hollywood. That's school
yeah,
books. That's all
yeah,
type of stuff. It's not just Hollywood.
yeah, I understand. But like Lake Placid, they talk about giant alligators that don't exist. Like the biggest alligator get what is 16, 20 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
It's dramatized for the theater, so you can't go off
No,
Jurassic.
that's
Don't use Jurassic Park.
that's Jurassic Park. That's a movie, and I'm talking about a museum. What about the Mosh Museum, Museum of Science and History? That's a fake dinosaur that they got standing out there.
That's a
I mean,
replica.
it's
of
a
a
It's 20. It's
yeah,
20
but
feet
is
tall.
it
When it's,
where's
but
it
it's
where's
not
it
the
at?
realistic size.
Is it
Here in
outside?
Jacksonville. No, it's inside. It's not there anymore because I actually went to the Mosh Museum not too long ago with Trap. Well, I didn't go inside, but I looked in the front door and it wasn't standing there no more. But this
I
is
was like,
in the,
nigga, what
this
was
is
that?
this was in the
Standing,
this is the
was it
early
standing?
2000s, late 90s.
Was it standing somewhere to symbolize something as like a
Yes, it's when
to
you
bring
come
you
in.
in?
Yes, when you come in the front door.
Okay, so there you go. There's your answer. There's your answer there.
No,
Yes, it is. It's marketing. It's literally marketing. It's all marketing behind this stuff. If you
Boom
think about it,
shakalaka.
it's marketing, bro. That's marketing.
That's
When
so
you walk
easy to
in,
see.
okay, hold
you
on.
the
That's
kids. When
marketing.
you
Hold
walk in
on.
with kids, look.
Q.
When you walk in with kids, a small thing on the table is going to attract them, or this big old thing over here.
So why? Okay, I understand it's marketing, but why? If dinosaurs are so real, why do I have to dig and do so much research to find the real true facts about them? You have
Yo,
to do
why?
real research.
Why do I gotta get grown and motherfucking get a job and then realize I'm gonna say I'm take
Do
goddamn
you
half
know?
a check?
Do you know? Dinosaur toys to this day is still the number one thing for children. $1 billion industry. Billions of dollars get sold with dinosaur toys every year. Blankets, toys, night lights, toothbrush, all that stuff makes millions of dollars, billions of
Yeah,
dollars every year. Come on,
Feels like a
man.
lie.
yeah,
It's not like
I mean
you can look it up.
but
No,
it's
I'm just saying,
business.
like, it might be true. I'm just saying, it feel like a lie, but it might be
But it's
true.
business. I mean, it's not like you. But look. Teddy bears, right? Bears is animals that still walk around. But you can find them. You can find stuff, sharks, stuff,
There you
anything.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Like
Dolphins in Florida for sure.
all that. Like you can find all those kind of animals and all those kind of toys. So like it's kind of it, I don't know, man. When you look at stuff like the museum and when it's being where it's placed at, and you think about placement and you think about something like that, you wouldn't want it to be. It ain't
Hey,
gonna be small. It's gonna be something big because it's inside. It's what's bringing you to it.
hey, there's 3 ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear, and they manipulate it all.
But
So
that's life. What you go outside to, and sometimes can be what you go outside to. Sometimes can be
okay,
manipulative to the mind.
I've never seen a replica of a 30-foot bear to to draw me into a wildlife preservation or to a cabin
You
Smokey
going to the
motherfucking talk.
or to
Smokey talk. I ain't never seen a talking bear either, but Smokey talk like a motherfucker. You too can prevent wildfires or whatever the hell that nigga be saying.
word.
But
No,
I ain't never seen a talking Winnie the Pooh nigga with his hand stuck in a Winnie pot, a damn honey pot. Yo, but
no,
it's
I've never seen over dramatized version of any other animal to
All
promote
right, so
anything, not a
that don't
zoo,
that nah,
not
that don't
anything else.
mean that don't mean that wasn't what it was, because I've seen over dramatized different
yo. Hold
animals like
on,
that.
Frank.
Like
Wait a minute. There's a that actually you remember going to the alligator farm and they got that big old alligator that's oversized that's stuffed and it's on display and you can
that was a real alligator.
yeah, but he wasn't that damn big.
Yes, he was,
Go look it up.
bruh.
The nigga listen,
A
but the
20-foot
nigga
alligator is big as hell.
but
That's
listen
a
what
lot
he
of that is a lot of feet. 20
20
feet.
foot.
I'm
That's like
5'9".
that's half of a
That's like
school
4
bus,
of me.
bruh.
no,
That's
bro. I don't
most
even
of
think
my
that thing wasn't. What I don't think it was 20 feet.
that's
I
like
don't
most
think
of
that
my
was
living
20
room
feet.
for real.
No, 20
Bruh.
feet, bro. That's
Yeah,
that's
but that's from one end of the room to the other end.
Even 16. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near that. in the wild, outside of a cage and a tank.
That's 1 3/4 me.
What I'm saying, what I'm telling y'all is this: the imagery of dinosaurs that they show you on TV or anything that you ever learned about is not what they are. It's not the true image of
That's
them.
I
If
that.
mean,
you,
TV
if
TV
you,
isn't something.
Look,
TV
man.
isn't something to go on though. TV is
no, I'm
never
not talking.
something to go on.
I'm not just talking about TV. I'm talking about anything you seen on the History Channel. None of that
But
is the
but
truth. You could go
anything.
to dinosaurs, the Museum of Dinosaurs here in America, in New York. Go to their website and they'll tell
No.
you facts about dinosaurs, and they
Yeah,
will
No.
blow
but
your
people
mind.
people don't listen to facts. New people think the Earth is flat. Don't
That
you?
is that. Yeah, I mean, it could be.
You think so? Listen, if it was flat, would the dinosaurs have just fell off?
No, there's no edge. There's no edge to
How's
the
there
Earth.
no
The
edge
Earth,
if it's flat?
because the
So
Earth.
it just keeps going.
Yes, it does.
How?
It's
Okay,
okay.
explain this to me.
You mean like
Okay.
it keeps going like infinity, like a circle?
No,
Or
it doesn't. No, infinity.
A sphere?
No, it's not like a sphere. It's okay. It's down. The Earth, it was here when we got here. We don't know how it was made, what will happen. We don't know. It's just here. All right. I
Mhm.
know how it was made, but it's okay. Okay, we got it. So it's flat. So
you were there.
from one end, we go off the edge of America. It's the Polynesian
Wait,
Islands.
wait.
It's Asia.
Before you wait a minute. No, before you do that,
off
tell
the
us
coast
about
of America.
no. Before you do that, tell us about Mario Kart.
Okay, that's just a theory. I'm telling you, this is a theory. So you go off the coast of America. You go past
Off the west coast of America, right?
Yeah, off the west coast. So you go past Hawaii, that's the Polynesian Islands. You're gonna hit Asia. You're gonna hit Australia's down there. You're gonna hit, mainland. You're gonna hit Africa. That's the coast of Africa. You come off there, you're gonna hit the Caribbean islands. You're gonna hit America again. You're gonna hit back on the coast of Florida, the east side of Florida.
That makes it a fucking
no. Now, if you go from up, now you're going from top to bottom. You're gonna hit Canada, Norway, Greenland, Iceland. Keep going right. You're gonna hit Antarctica, South America. You're gonna end up hitting Mexico and hit the south part of the southern United States and go up through the top. That's how it is. This is the map. Anybody in here ever played Mario Kart? You go off the side of the map. You go off the side of the map. Where do you end up? On the other end of the map. It's a glitch in the game. So that's how it goes. You cannot fall off the side of the world. This is the world made. You can't go once you go past the west coast. You're gonna hit the Polynesian Islands because that's all that's there. It doesn't have to be round. The Earth doesn't have to be round. This is what the Earth is consisted of.
So what you're telling me is that after all these people have been in space, and the fact that we have a space station in space, don't none of these people see that the Earth is actually flat and not round?
Space is not real.
Those people aren't in space, exactly.
Where are they then?
On Earth, recording it. The whole moon landing is fake.
So I won't argue him too hard on that one, you guys, but because
you don't believe in space?
No, I believe in space. I think space is real, but I'm not gonna say the moon landing was real because we were in a Cold War at the time. We were in a race with Russia and China to be the first niggas on the moon and plant our flag.
Yo,
there was a lot. There was a lot of extraneous things going.
This is what I gotta say about the moon landing.
Go ahead.
We didn't have colored TV. We didn't have cell phone. We didn't have none of that, but we got
that whole definition of colored TV was probably BET.
We got the technology to fly to the moon, but we still using microwaves with 1,000 watts of generation, not generation, but radiation. You know what I mean? It's just like technology was poor back then. Like there was, but so y'all got the technology to fly to the moon. Like I just don't believe it. I just don't.
So you don't think space exists? Wait. So you don't think they've been out in space?
I don't.
So
what happened when that space shuttle blew up? That was the only attempt going up, and that just went bad, and they just said fuck it.
So what about all these other spaceships and rockets that's been going up? How about the people that's located in space right now?
What
Yeah,
Nuke
there are
was saying.
people. There's other people who are quote unquote located in the International Space Center, but
Quote unquote. Look,
we don't.
what,
But
We don't know that.
they down here on flat Earth. They not up there.
and now
Yes.
what Nuke was now the flat earth that's sitting on God's coffee table. But what Nuke is what Nuke is saying that he was like he don't believe that they was up in space playing 8-track tapes because they couldn't figure out a CD or an iPad or an MP3. You
Yeah,
know
for
what I'm
real.
saying?
Yeah. Y'all got
yeah.
a disc. Y'all got a big disc player spinning
Right.
records. Y'all spinning records, but y'all up in space floating. Like, come on,
Right.
man. Like, it
I
don't make
mean,
sense to me. That don't make sense. Y'all got a big booty box TV with a dial on it and an
Yeah.
antenna sitting on top, but y'all flying in space.
Hey, shout out to
planting
the
y'all-
big booty box TVs, man. Hey, first of all,
planting
you
y'all
ain't go.
flag on the moon. Come on, that don't make sense to me. I don't believe it.
Yeah, y'all ain't got no flat screen. I let my nuts hang like a Sony flat screen.
Like I don't trust a lot of what is told to me. So I have to, if it don't make sense, and I do a little bit of research and it still don't make sense, it just don't. So they went to the moon.
Nuke, you
and
got a
they-
big ass head. I'm just gonna say that.
Just this year, I sent this to Travis. It was a video about they found water on the moon
Mhm.
in 2020, but y'all been to
Mhm.
the moon in 1969. But y'all
They
just
only,
found the
they,
water
didn't they
this
only,
year.
didn't they only land like? Didn't they only like take one step? Did they walk around the
Yeah,
fucking
Hey,
moon?
Nuke, hey,
They-
Nuke, Nuke.
Did they just like
Hey,
go
I'm
for a
just saying,
stroll?
there's
Oh, I'm
Jamaica.
just gonna walk. Hey, by the way, would the moon be flat or would it be? Would they fall off or fall like they took a walk on the moon? So I'm saying,
No, just because you found a place doesn't mean you know everything about it.
Hold
You
on,
got
okay,
some
I
vagina
understand
as a
that.
young man. When did you find the clitoris? Okay, you don't have to answer that question. But the thing is, you don't. But I'm
Not the
just
same
saying.
day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But
So wait. So if the Earth is flat, if the
Mhm.
Earth is flat, so the
Yes.
people like Australia, UK, who especially Australia, who right now is daytime while we're about to go to sleep. How do you explain that? But the Earth is flat though.
they on this
Explain.
side of the book. It's a
They don't
book,
know.
right?
yes, exactly. Q, you
It's a
got it.
book.
It's a
Is that what
pop-up
you
book.
said? It's a book.
It's a
It's a
pop-up
no. Hold
book.
on. Wait. Pop up. No, it has to be a. It
It is. That's what it's
no. It
Yo.
would. No.
This is the first time in 31 minutes where I feel like I was high. Like, did I hear somebody say that's
Bruh,
crazy.
Yo, hold
the
on.
Earth, the sun is stationary. Right?
Correct. We rotate around the sun. So again, but the Earth is flat though.
If it's spinning, right? So one end is pointing under the sun, the other side is under darkness.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen? There you can see the moon in the sun in the sky at the same time. The moon doesn't go down or the sun doesn't go down. It's just the perspective of the person.
That is true. That is true.
Yes.
It's always
That is
there.
true.
So it's really the sun isn't moving, we're moving. So we're spinning.
Duh.
It's not always going to be in the
Duh.
same. It's not always going to be in the
If we
same
was
position.
flat,
So
we would. If we was flat, gravity wouldn't be what it is. New.
when I say flat, I mean the Earth is spread out. It's not in a ball. We're not in we're not on an oval. We're not. That's not how the planet is situated. That's what I'm telling you. That's not how it is. It's more of a rectangle. That's the more of a
A rectangle.
it's more spread out. It's spread out like you said, it's sitting on a coffee table. It's not a ball. It's not a ball. Okay, you believe gravity. So gravity is keeping us all connected and situated on the planet. With you believe in that?
Not connected, but it's keeping us down. Yes, it's
You
keeping us.
keep, yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
Nuke, have you ever had a
So,
ball
but
on like a
yes,
string and
yes,
swung it in a circle?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Did you
What does
interesting.
that
feel it?
mean? What? The pool, the gravitational pull?
It's like the centrifugal force of motion. is what really makes a difference. Here's a perfect example. Dude, I was on this ride with you. All right, so you remember we went to the fair years and years ago. And it's like we're standing up, right? And we're on these little boards that slide around. But then it tilts and then it rotates.
Yeah,
and
the
then we feel
gravity.
really heavy.
Yeah,
Yes.
the gravity.
Exactly, bro.
Yes.
That's the same. Yes,
Okay.
that's the same
Okay.
concept.
Okay. So just like who figured out gravity? Sir Isaac Newton. So when he threw up the apple and hit him in his forehead, he didn't invent that. That was just what it is. That's just the best properties of
That's a
Earth.
law. So what?
That's a law of Earth. This is how it's made. This is
So
what it
what?
is.
So he coined it. He termed
Winter,
it.
winter time harvest. Winter time harvest. Whatever it is. That's how it is. Winter, spring, and fall. It's always going to be the same. Summer. It's always going to be the same. The season's going to be the same. Day and night. It's not going to change. It's just the factors of Earth. So it could be the same. You can have gravity on a flat Earth. You go on the same. It doesn't matter the shape. It's just what it is. That's just a law. It's just a law. It is. Yes.
No. What? How?
What proof? What proof besides what you learned? What somebody told you that is
First of all, new. When they go up in space, because they do, and they show you the pictures of the. Oh, I got it. You remember when, or do any of y'all remember when the man went all the way up and he did that? Like, he was in like this suit thing and he was doing a free fall basically, and like it was all on TV. This had to be like 2012.
Yeah, he wasn't going
2000.
to the atmosphere.
Yeah, he went up and he fell, like he broke the sound barrier or whatever, and he fell
that.
really fast.
I do remember that.
Now you remember from he had the camera on. You could see the spherical Earth, like you could see it.
Keidre, do you not believe in Hollywood?
Do I not believe in what?
Come on, we just
Hollywood.
talked about Hollywood.
We
bro.
just went there.
Okay, so you don't think they have a play in this? You don't think that they have a part in manipulating the minds of the people and having them think a certain way? This is all. NASA is a government operated entity.
You don't.
It's not.
But when someone is, I don't know, man.
Wait. Did you guys look at the origins of NASA, like from Germany?
No.
I'm not gonna speak on it right now, but do it. It's dark.
You can't trust. That's a government operated thing. That's not. That we have no stakes in that. We don't have any stakes in what they're doing. We don't know what they're researching, what they're going out there and quote unquote doing. We don't have any. We're just learning what they tell us.
Bro,
we just see what they're telling us.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing.
But
we don't know exactly what they're doing.
The government has technology 30 years ahead of anything we're aware of.
Yes.
Listen. So last year, do you remember they sprayed like this ray gun to make people sick and nauseous when they was riding? Do you guys remember that story?
Yes, they have strobe lights that make the whole crowd of people nauseous.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. We ain't got that on the market right now. And so when you're talking about people having 8-track tapes and disc players and CD players in the 60s, they probably had 30-year technology above that when it was already using MP3 players and flat screen TVs, no big back booty TVs in space. So
what benefit would it be to say that something's a sphere than it is and it's flat? Like
that's
in science.
So let's go back. So we're talking about when did people start thinking that when did the theory of an Earth being round come into play? Within the last 200, 300 years, we want to say?
No.
When did they start exploring the ocean?
When did Isaac Newton do that?
Because when
was this nigga alive?
When Christopher Columbus and all these people started navigating
the ocean, that was in the 1400s.
They've been navigating the oceans way before that. Even thousands of years ago, they were already navigating the oceans.
700, yeah,
and they
700
were using,
as far as I know.
And at the time, within the last few hundred years, that the Earth was flat. This is what the people thought.
700, the last 700 years.
So, but way before that, they were already navigating seas. People were already here on this land and in other lands, navigating, going from place to place, trading. So they were navigating under a certain set of laws and rules.
Before that, it was Pangea. The separation of the continents was before that. It was sometimes there was like a land bridge from one continent to another continent, but then the shifting of the thing made it separate. That's how like people got to the natives got to North America back in the day, but the landscape changed. Like people have researched this and they've shown that. So what are you gonna say to people like that? We're all still on a flat plane and it's just like puzzle pieces moving apart, or what?
Yeah, that's what the earth is. Okay, so it's what was here is already here. So for us to say that it was connected, or I don't Pangea, I've heard of that. I saw that. I learned about that in school. As far as
I never learned about it in school ever.
Well, I learned about it in middle school in Mr. Worthington's class, and that's how the mammoths and elephants. That's how those.
How long did he
those
stay away to
different
tell you about it? First of all, because I need to know that.
half the class.
Bars.
Half the class.
Bars.
Because
Bars. Yeah. You ain't never seen you bar nobody else like that ever. That was crazy. Oh shit.
But Pangea is to me that's also more of a theory to me. It's a theory. It's not proof. We don't have proof. You can say this is what it was a land bridge that connected Asia and Northern America. Okay, you can tell me that, but or whatever they say connected it. But you can tell me that, but there's no proof. You can tell me it's all the way under the ocean, and you can
say the same thing. You can say the same thing about slavery or the civil rights movement or the Holocaust. Yeah, you could tell me this, you could tell me that, but there's writings about it. There's proof. There's people who actually if there's writings,
there's actually tools. There's actually tools of slavery like clamps and chains and locks.
If that's the case, hold on, pause right there.
Cotton gin.
Okay, yeah. So that's the case. Then dinosaurs exist because I literally just watched a documentary of a dinosaur skull.
Mm-hmm.
So merely that right there, that right there, merely of a dinosaur skull.
Q, how
go ahead.
How do you know? Okay, so a lizard looks exactly like a freaking crocodile, a baby little crocodile running around, but he's just tinier. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Huge. So yeah, you got a giant. It could be a crocodile. There's less people on Earth, more room for a crocodile to get as big.
Did you compare
as big as he wants?
Yeah, he did.
Yes. Do you know in the Brazilian jungle, anacondas grow to be 30, 40 feet long, 300, 400 pounds, because there's no one around there for them to mess with them, to get in their habitat to impede their growth.
But we have changed that. Changed that.
Yes. So how do you know that's not just a giant crocodile head that instead of it being 20 feet long like it is now, crocodiles were growing to 50 feet, 60 feet long because it was less people, more food, nobody.
No, bro, but that's because back then. Habitat. No, back then, I do. But listen, hold on. Back then, humans still existed back then too, I believe, and we was hunting those type of animals. So, crocodile, fish,
and also they found vertebrae.
Yeah,
and they found a hip bone. It wasn't just a skull. There was other bones that were found.
That's not the only type of animal that exists. And I've not said that there could be other animals that existed that we don't necessarily. Yes, but what I said they don't look like. What I'm telling you is they don't look like what they are displayed.
Portrayed, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's it. That's what I'm telling you.
But you said they didn't exist. What? You said you don't think they exist.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, but I'm telling you what they didn't exist in that form. That's what I'm telling you. The T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the form that we all know it as did not exist. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. And that's a fact.
Well,
that's a fact.
All right. Well, this has been a Marijuana Minutes episode. Y'all let us know, man, what y'all think. This Q the True. That my boy Trap.
It's Trap. We are here.
And you got Jackie Bell over there. And you got the guest host, Nuke. Hey, Nuke, man. Listen, man, it was a pleasure talking to you tonight, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, I appreciate being on here.
I appreciate you coming by, man. We appreciate you coming on here, man, and telling us about, why we living on a flat earth. And I can't find the corner. But
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
we
quick question
the big
though.
Game of Mario Kart.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you
They
know,
just that was just to help y'all grasp the concept. You know what I
I
mean?
got
am I Luigi or no?
No, you Donkey Kong.
Mm. I feel like I just got barred up. Half dog, half gorilla, bitch. Donkey Kong.
Hey man, this man want a minute.
I'll
We
control
appreciate
delete this nigga off my face.
we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all remember, roll up, listen up, and stay caught up.